Field now doubling up behind the pace car. Frank Kimmel still on top of the board. Mason Mingus in second. Tom Hessert third. Kyle Benjamin fourth. And Brennan Poole rounding out the top five as we come to the green flag with 27 laps complete here in the Herr's Chase to Taste 200.
Pace car drops off. Green flag back in the air. Frank Kimmel hard on the hammer. He gets a great restart as they head off the turn 1, 3, 4 car lengths on Mason Mingus. Now Brennan Poole looking to the outside of his teammate Kyle Benjamin.
Brennan Poole really was not thinking he had a good race car here this afternoon. Was kind of hoping to take it back to North Carolina and tune it up a little bit, but doesn't look like he's got many problems behind the wheel right now. He's all over the back bumper of Kyle Benjamin through turns 1 and 2 as the top two, Frank Kimmel and Mason Mingus, again jump out to about a 7-car length lead through turns 3 and 4.
Throw a blanket over turn 7 position. Tom Hessert, Kyle Benjamin, Brennan Poole now under attack from Austin Wayne as Mason Mitchell gets a little bit loose in turn 2. Here comes Kyle Weatherman looking to the bottom.
Top 8 cars now making their way through turns 3 and 4. Single file again. Frank Kimmel still on top of the board as we have now 30 laps in the books here at the Winchester Speedway. Charlie Crawl alongside Tim Flagg bringing you live coverage of the Herr's Chase to Taste 200 for the ARCA Racing Series presented by Menard. Frank Kimmel having it his way so far as he is in search of career win 79 with us this weekend, looking to tie great Iggy Katona atop the all-time ARCA Racing Series win list. And right now, Frank is having it his way. Has led all 31 laps here so far, making 32 as he flashes across to complete lap 32 here this afternoon.
Kyle Weatherman, a man on a mission, started in that 23rd spot. He is now side by side with Mason Mitchell in turn 2 for the 8th spot. Weatherman now the nose out in front. He's able to take that spot away from Mason Mitchell, move Weatherman up to 8th.
Kyle Weatherman now looking to chase down Austin Wayne Self in the number 22 car. Again, that is the car that won the race last year with Alex Bowman behind the wheel. Austin Wayne Self, young man, 15 years old, stepping into the Cunningham Motorsports car here this weekend as Tom Hessert, Kyle Benjamin, Brennan Poole, and Austin Wayne Self now run nose to tail through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway.
They have about a half a straightaway till they catch up to Frank Kimmel and Mason Mingus. Now the 55 of Brennan Poole is starting to look all over Kyle Benjamin. Benjamin got a great run off of turn 2 last time. Wasn't able to get away from Brennan Poole. Now Kyle Benjamin starting to catch up to the rear end of Tom Hessert in turn 3.
Benjamin all over the back bumper of Tom Hessert's car down the main straightaway and diving into turn 1 and 2. Benjamin, a very aggressive young man. He wants to slip past Tommy Hessert to see if he can chase down our leaders here this afternoon. Benjamin wanting to pick up a win here in the worst way.
Well, that battle's been going on. Mason Mingus has started to reel in Frank Kimmel a little bit. That lead was about 8 car lengths a few laps ago. Now it's down to 4 car lengths to the 32 of Mason Mingus, large and in charge, trying to catch the 44 of Frank Kimmel here as they complete lap 37.
Trouble down on pit road for the number 25 car on this Toyota Camry driven by Justin Boston here this afternoon. Hearing reports that he has broken a distributor. The Winchester Motorsports hard at work under the hood of that car, trying to get him back out onto the racetrack, but engine problems sidelining Justin Boston in the early going here in the Herr's Chase to Taste 200.
There's a log jam, 3rd through the 7th position. They're trying to weave past traffic. Tom Hessert leading it, trying to get around the 10 of Blake Hillard in turn 3. Let's see if he's able to get around the outside of the driver nearby. Hillard comes up and doesn't give Tommy Hessert the preferred line, but Hessert makes room. Move Hessert past the 10 of Blake Hillard. Kyle Benjamin follows suit. Same with Austin Wayne Self. Brennan Poole a little bit sideways now as he gets past as well.
Kyle Weatherman now making a 5-car battle for that 3rd spot as Austin Wayne Self really drives it in hard into turn 3 that time around. Austin very aggressive in that number 22 car here this afternoon.
Austin making the most of his opportunities, finished 6th in his debut at the Toledo Speedway and then ran the CRA Super Series race yesterday, finished in the 14th spot. So this young man trying to get acclimated here at this racetrack as he is about a car length and a half off Kyle Benjamin in turn 2, looking to the high side for that 4th spot.
Leader Frank Kimmel weaving his way through some lap cars, saw him kick the number 44 Ansel Menard's Toyota just a little bit sideways. Coming out of turn number 2 that time. Frank really hustling here this afternoon, trying to break away from Mason Mingus. Mingus about 12 car lengths back down the back straightaway, but still lurking Mason still wanting to get up and challenge for his third win here in the ARCA Racing Series.
A young man set on the pole a few months back for his first career pole at the Mobile International Speedway. It's been 4 races since his last top 5, so he's trying to end that drought here as he's able to get past the lap car of Josh Williams. But now Kyle Leatherman has joined this battle from 3rd all the way back to 8th. Give that young man a call now as Austin Wayne Self flashes by and looks underneath Kyle Benjamin for that 4th spot in turn 2.
Side-by-side battle for the 4th spot, down back straightaway. Austin Wayne Self looking to the inside through turns 3 and 4. Pushes up the racetrack just a little bit. Begging fenders down the main straightaway. Austin Wayne Self now looking to the inside through turns 3 and 4.
Austin Wayne Self on the bottom of the racetrack trying to dig for that 3rd spot. Brendan Poole has the preferred line as he goes around the outside as Austin Wayne Self had to roll out the throttle to get past the lap car of Milton Duno.
Up front, Frank Kimmel still having it his way. 47 laps in the books over Mason Mingus in that 2nd spot. Great battle on the racetrack for the 3rd position. Now Kyle Benjamin again looking to the inside, dipping down to the inside off of turn 4. Nothing doing. Tommy Hesser still holding on to that 3rd spot.
We talked earlier, Charlie, in the pre-race how hard it is to get that momentum on the bottom and be able to push up into a race car. And Kyle Benjamin is figuring that out. Looking to the bottom again in the middle of turn 3. He's not able to get side by side as Tom Hesser scoots away down the front straightaway by half a car length.
5 cars running nose to tail through turns 1 and 2. Tom Hesser still holding on to that 3rd spot, but he is working his tail off to do it because Kyle Benjamin is throwing that car all over the place right now, trying to find a way past. As now Kyle Benjamin again faces a challenge from Austin Wayne Self for the 4th spot.
Austin Wayne Self really showing some patience here, and that's what I was curious if this young man was going to do. Now he's looking to the high side. Kyle Benjamin. Benjamin slams the door out of turn 4, and he's able to pull away by a car length and a half down in turn 2.
Leader's not dealing with any lap traffic right now, so Frank Kimmel starting to stretch out the advantage over Mason Mingus in the 2nd spot as we are a quarter of the way through the Herr's Chase the Taste 200. So why don't we go ahead and slip away for a quick break. You're listening to live coverage of the Herr's Chase the Taste 200 from the Winchester Speedway.
Welcome, ARCA fans. Ansel gloves are designed to fit you from the track to the home. The built-in grip makes even the most precise jobs easier. The world leader in protection, Ansel. Find Ansel gloves and many other high-performance products at Menards. Menards is proud to sponsor the ARCA Racing Series, and we're proud to be the home improvement center where you'll always save big money and find the best products at the lowest prices.
To reach the winner's circle, racing engine builders know they need to use the best parts. Using the right gaskets and seals for the engine can be the difference between winning or going home early. This applies to nearly all performance engines, including yours. Engine builders rely on Comedic's race-proven gasket technology. You can benefit from it too. Fine-tune your engine's compression, clearances, and quench height with multi-layered steel head gaskets available in any bore size and thickness. Whatever your engine compression, naturally aspirated, exotic turbo, or nitrous injected, Comedic has the answer. When gasket sealing is critical, ask for innovative quality gaskets that maximize engine power and performance.
At Menards, you'll find Scott brand products that will get the job done at a smart price. From the iconic yellow Scott rags in a box to the Scott 1000 bath tissue, Menards has the products you need. When you want a dependable, trusted, and quality product like Scott, there's only one place to go, Menards. Saving you big money on all of your household and home improvement needs.
Save big money at Menards.
Get into the world of high-performance motorsports at the University of Northwestern Ohio. The University of Northwestern Ohio invented the first high-performance motorsports education program in the world. Study with the best on state-of-the-art equipment and at the world's largest outdoor classroom, Limaland Motorsports Park, a racetrack owned and operated by Northwestern. Our graduates are working on race teams and pit crews throughout the racing industry. Join the university that started it all, the University of Northwestern Ohio.
Hi, this is Frank Kimmel.
Justin Boston.
Taylor Fern.
Mason Mingus.
Kyle Benjamin.
Mason Mitchell. Tom Hester.
And you're listening to exclusive coverage of the ARCA Racing Series only at arcaracing.com.
Welcome back to the Herr's Chase the Taste 200 here at the Winchester Speedway. Charlie Krall alongside Tim Flagg as we bring you ARCARacingNetwork.com coverage of round number 10, I believe this is, of the ARCA Racing Series here in 2013. Big development on pit road as we went to break. Josh Williams bringing the Allegiant Travel Chevrolet down pit road. They have now taken that car behind the wall, and the hood is up on that machine. Very tough break for that young man, as we were just talking about. Really looking for a good, solid run here this afternoon, and it's not going to happen.
Unfortunately for that young man, it's not going to be what he wanted here. He has got tied his career best 2 times this year, and the 6th at Talladega, and then earlier this year at the Elko Speedway. So he has been able to tie that career best. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to tie that career best finish this afternoon.
Now we have some developments up at the front of the pack as Mason Mingus has now reeled in Frank Kimmel as we have trouble down in turns 1 and 2. 2 of the Venturini Motorsports cars go sideways. Kyle Benjamin into the wall, losing the right front wheel of that car as Brennan Poole has spun to avoid. But Kyle Benjamin looked like he may have broke a right front hub or broke a wheel, and he bounced it off of the fence. And boy, talk about changing the complexion of the race. Driver in the 4th spot, Kyle Benjamin bouncing it off of the wall as he brings it down to the attention of the crew, but the right rear hub now missing from that car. So obviously something breaking on the Venturini Motorsports car down in turns 1 and 2. That will put us under caution for the 3rd time here this afternoon.
Unfortunately, it hasn't been a very good afternoon in the 66 laps we've been racing here for the Venturini Motorsports stable. 3 of their 4 drivers have unfortunately had a little bit of problems, not of their own doing here. And it started with Justin Boston as he had that problem in the first couple laps. We went green flag racing. Kyle Benjamin now having this problem. Not sure the damage to Brennan Poole as he's in turn 3 and 4 coming to us. But Kyle Benjamin, this young man, Charlie, has been snake bitten in some of the races with this. Qualified at Toledo on the pole, was running second. Ken Trader. They had a transmission problem there, and also too at Elko Speedway he was involved in a few incidents, and his last race ended up coming home 7th. So this young man was just looking for a clean race this afternoon. Unfortunately caught up in a mess, not of his own doing.
I believe what happened to the number 15 car was a broken right rear wheel. That wheel left the race car in a big hurry.
The guys weren't sure of what they had underneath the race car with the changing conditions. The 22 taking a big swing at things here on lap.
And it looked like he really had his hands full out there. As fast as that car was, Austin Wayne Self has been wrestling that machine from the drop of the green flag. So hopefully that adjustment will keep the speed, but maybe address driver comfort just a little bit out there for Austin Wayne Self in the number 22. Kyle Benjamin again making another pit stop here in the number 15 car. Still on the lead lap, I do believe. Unfortunately, don't have access to a timing and scoring monitor right in front of us as we're here on the party porch at Winchester Speedway. Out in the open air with the race fans here this afternoon. Again, would like to apologize if the audio is a little rough, a little broken up. We're doing the best we can for you here this afternoon. Out with fans at the Winchester Speedway. Again, this is one of the 4 TV races. So Jim Trado and Rick Benjamin doing the television broadcast right next door in the air-conditioned comfort. Fortunately for those guys, we're out here in the elements, but we're doing the best we can do. We certainly appreciate you joining us here this afternoon.